Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. Glad to have you on board. This is the tarot reading for those who want to learn how to manifest better. And remember, manifesting is tuning in to the current energies or frequencies that surround you, okay? You are kind of like an antenna in that regard. It's also a very good reading for people who like to improve their imagination and who are self-starters, people who are multitaskers, because all you're going to have on the screen is what you got right now. You're going to see the layout, the spread for the tarot reading. That's it. No other distractions, no moving pictures, no nothing. Just that to follow along. Now, let's say you go, well, gee whiz, geez, I'd like to get a cup of coffee, I'd like to get some tea. Get up and go. It's my job to put together a story that is not only interesting and engaging to you, but is also enlightening. That's what the whole thing is, because that's what manifesting is. It is a very, 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 very personal kind of experience. And because of that, the reading is different than your usual tarot readings. All righty? Because it's all about you, your potential. We start at the bottom row, and we move to the top row. The two middle cards, top and bottom, are the most important. And we begin with the Oracle card on the bottom, building blocks. Well, you see, this young lady is standing on what looks like building blocks, right? And she's looking off into the future, imagining what she can build. Because at this point, she's got nothing but a bunch of individual parts and pieces. But if you put them together right, it can be a beautiful picture, and that's what she's envisioning right now. You can see she's looking off into the distance, figuring out, what could I possibly make from these building blocks? And the number on the upper right-hand corner of the card is 28, 28, 2 and 8, 10. That goes down to a 1. This is the beginning. You are being given a chance to build something that may not have existed before, or it may have existed, but you're going to do some major modifications to it. But you are literally building your future, or you have the potential. Remember, you can tap in, tap out. That's the interesting thing about life and manifesting. Alrighty? So let's continue on. We go to the left side, first row, Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. Ooh. This is always a tough card for me because it implies that these two people are walking away. They have the potential to go into the church, I think is what it is on the Rider-Waite cards. They have a chance anyway to go into where it's warm, it's lit, it's comfortable, it's safe, and they're not doing it. And you can see there is some sort of difficulty. The guy has some sort of support for walking. The female, obviously very cold, and they're walking virtually barefoot in the snow. It's a very uncomfortable situation. They could go in, but they're not choosing to. I think that's what's going on with you, and maybe all of us actually at this point. We can go to something better, but we're not used to it. Or we think we don't deserve it. Remember I talk self-love all the time? Self-love, well, we don't love ourselves so much. And so it may be that I don't value myself. I'm really not that important. Who cares about me? And so they have an opportunity to be safe and warm and comfortable. They're choosing not to. They want to suffer more, apparently. Right next to them, you can see why, the devil. The devil card, you know, as I've often said, or always say probably at this point, is something that we like to point our fingers at. We're really good at pointing fingers. And so it's the devil's fault. It's this evil entity. But when you look at the devil card, it's bondage. It's addiction. It's self-restriction. It is devaluing yourself. And you see the two people, they are chained to the devil. Well, they're chained to what he's sitting on. Same difference. Here's the deal, though. They chose to wear these chains. And the devil is simply playing up to that. The devil is all the negativity in you, all the insecurity in you, all the worthlessness that you feel in you. And you're surrendering to it. And it goes back to the Five of Pentacles. These people could go in for help and safety and warmth, and they're not doing it. They're not worth it. It's that devil energy. That's, you're a piece of crap. Get out of here. You're not worth it. And on some level, we all carry that within ourselves. So we got to change our thinking. Queen of Swords. Got to change our thinking. Queen of Swords. Swords are thoughts, ideas. And the Queen is very perceptive. She's clever. Very straight talking. With herself as well as others. Very often, we're not even honest with ourselves. I mean, we know what the truth is. We know what the facts are. We understand the storyline maybe better than anybody else. But we still choose very often to deceive ourselves. Okay? We become overly emotional. Queen of Swords, not emotional. I can't say it all. But she rules with her head more than her heart. And this is a situation when you're talking about building your future, building blocks for your future, that you really need to think more than feel. Five of Pentacles says we know what happens when you feel, and we know why you're feeling that way because of the devil, so you walk past any kind of break. Here's the real story. Last card, bottom row, Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is confusion. Yeah, it can be daydreaming, but I don't think in this place it is. I don't think in this particular situation it is. It's escapism, indulgence, delusion, self-delusion. Remember, we were just talking about the Queen of Swords. You have to be honest with yourself. Well, we're telling ourselves a story. For whatever reason. Could be stuff that you heard growing up, and so you're going to believe it because that's your little security blanket, even though you know it's not valid. Or maybe it could be that it's just you can't think for yourself, and so if authorities tell you this is the way it should be, this is the way it should be, even though it doesn't feel right, even though it doesn't seem right, even though it isn't right, doesn't make any difference. Somebody told me, and so I'm going to do what I've been told. I don't have to take responsibility. And that may be ultimately what we're really dealing with right now. Not taking responsibility for our own lives. Let's go up to the second row. Card on the left, Five of Pentacles again. So you got two Five of Pentacles in the same reading. Two different decks. Card comes up twice. So the Five of Pentacles makes it very clear that we do not feel worthy. Or that our value system is weak. We can see it now. And so what we're doing is we're giving up. We have no hope. And with no hope, you can't build blocks. You can't build your future. You can't do that because you don't have a vision. And we were just talking about Seven of Cups, confusion. All these things that you're attracted to, and they're nothing, and you're going nowhere, and you're just kind of fading. And again, we get the Five of Pentacles on the other side. Same thing. You just don't value yourself. You don't think you're worth much. Although the card right next to it is the Four of Pentacles, you can, as part of your building your future, you can re-coordinate, if you will, your value system. You can reset it. And I would suggest with the Four of Pentacles, this is not a high number. We go up to 10, right? So 4 is not even half. Maybe what you need to do is cut down what you think is important. Quit the Seven of Cups fantasizing and go, okay, that's really not important. I don't need a new pair of shoes. I don't need a new car. I don't need this, these things. So shrink down the list of what's important to you. Put yourself first. And then make a very, very small list after that. The things that you value. That may help you a great deal because you're going to have to make a decision with the Two of Swords. Two of Swords says, got to change my thinking. I may not be sure exactly what I should be thinking, but I got to change my thinking. Right now, you're avoiding the truth. You're blocking your emotions. You know it feels bad. You know you are going nowhere. You know that being a consumer is really not the best thing. Buy, 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 buy. For what purpose? What will another pair of shoes do you? What will a bigger car do for you? What will a different house do for you? In some cases, it may be, change of address, different place, location, whatever, could be. But for the most part, all we are programmed to buy, 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 whether we need it or not. And goes back to the Seven of Cups energy. We're confused. We're daydreaming. Well, if I just buy this one thing, it's going to change my whole life. And it doesn't change your life, does it? So you got to change your thinking, Two of Swords. And I think at this point, pun intended, that you're ready to change your thinking. We have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords says you feel let down, you feel victimized, you feel stabbed in the back. And that's true. You have done it to yourself because you bought into the lies. You knew they were lies. You knew it didn't mean anything. We sell ourselves out so cheaply. It's amazing. Just a few little baubles and beads, and it's like, whoo! Yeah, but you're in debt. Oh, I don't care. I got this. We can't stand on our own. We don't grow our own food. We don't have any independence. We've sold everything of value to a human being for comfort. We know that. And now, most especially, we're well aware. So what we're doing with the Ten of Swords is basically saying, I'm tired. I feel betrayed. I feel stabbed in the back. I feel let down. I've done it to myself. Time to change. Time to pull it together. But what do? Final card, vice versa card, Seven of Swords again. So we've had the Five of Pentacles show up twice. We've had the Seven of Cups shown up twice. What does that tell me? That tells me that we would like to build a better future. We got the building blocks. We're ready to go. But with two Five of Pentacles, we just don't feel worthy. We're not worth it. And the two Seven of Cups said we're confused. We want to reach out. We want to do it. But we bought the lie. And now we have to lie to ourselves that we bought the lie. We live a life that's empty. We live a life that's shallow. All we do is buy and bitch. Not necessarily in that order, but we have control. Yes, there will be a price to pay. You're not going to be able to gain your independence. True independence. We're purposeless. Let's put it that way. We don't have a real purpose in life except for buying, consuming. Ooh. And we're seeing that's not working out very well right now, is it? Fact is, it never has worked out well. For you to build a successful future, you have to respect yourself. You got to clear up the self-deceit. You got to step forward with confidence into the future. Believe yourself. You're worth it. You've earned it. Get a good, clear set of values. In stepping forward, you're going to put yourself in a very good place. You're going to have to work for it. But anything, and this is a cliche, but anything that's worthwhile, you got to work for. You got to put in the energy. You got to put in the spit and polish. When you do that, though, there is a sense of accomplishment, a sense of purpose. That is your ticket to freeing yourself for the future. Your choice. So that's the read for today. Very good. Love to have you here. You're always great. Going to do another read tomorrow. Brand new one every day, 365. Hope you're here with me. If not, between now and the next time we have a chance to manifest tarot together, peace and blessings.